My friends, this is what a hoop house can do for you in the middle of winter. We're going to take you in and show you how. Hi friends, I'm following Rebecca out to one of the hoop houses on this property. When we moved here, there were these two huge hoop houses, and our neighbor that lives right next to us, in community with us essentially, has been making use of this one. The other one we didn't get to yet. It just was a little late in the season when we got here. We want to show you what's going on in here. All right, this is January 5th, yeah. And here we are in the hoop house. These are row covers. And what's the temperature?
Well, it says it's about 64 in here.
64 Fahrenheit. And that is mostly just from the sun. There's a little bit that comes from the earth as well, which we'll talk about. But the amazing thing about these hoop houses is that we are able to grow greens deep into the winter season.
Reading my map here.
Okay, what's he got here?
Okay, we've got lettuces. We've got lettuces, spinach.
Wow.
Arugula, mache, chard, all sorts of
Mizuna.
stuff. Chickweed on the end there.
Chickweed, and that was a volunteer.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are very like-minded and love their volunteer greens too. These hoop houses make so much sense because they are going to take the sun and create a greenhouse effect in here so that it's much warmer than it is outside. And because, you know, we get down below freezing, we've had, boy, let's talk about the weather we've had. The last 2 weeks, there really wasn't any sun to heat this up. It was cloudy.
It was foggy.
Foggy, and we got down to probably into the teens Fahrenheit.
Maybe even single digits for a couple of
minutes. Yeah. And yet, when we look under here, we're going to see that these greens are still salad worthy. Here we have spinach. Lots and lots of spinach. Mizuna, one of my favorites. Look at that harvest of Mizuna, just stretching on. You could eat and eat and eat. Becca's going to get us some arugula here.
Oh.
The heat generated by a hoop house comes from three sources, essentially. The one is, and the most powerful probably, is the sun coming through the sheeting, and then that's held inside of here. There's also the earth, and we all know that the earth is generating heat. It stores it, and we always have this source of heat below us. That's what's behind geothermal energy. But because the air is trapped in here, all that heat energy that comes up from the earth is trapped inside of the hoop structure. And finally, the plants themselves, just through their metabolic processes, are generating some heat. And that is also trapped inside of here. And more poignantly, trapped inside of these row covers. So we were really blessed to come here and have these at our disposal. Wow, and what a gift. And the person that owns this property said, just go ahead and use them. Not all of us have that. But if you look online, there's a lot of other options to create. If you look up a cold frame is essentially a very small greenhouse. And inside of that, you can get much the same effect of growing your greens much later into the season than you otherwise would be able to, and then starting them much earlier.
Oh, you gotta show off this chickweed. Isn't it just beautiful?
Oh, so this is the chickweed Rebecca's getting. Look at that. And that is just, that is a wild green. So it's come in here into the domesticated greens and saying, I'd like to make a home here, and we are very happy to have it.
People call it a weed all the time.
They do call it a weed, don't they? Yeah.
But it's a yummy, delicious weed.
We hope you enjoy this little tour of the hoop house, and big thanks to our neighbor who has really been the mastermind behind all of this. Tell us if you are growing greens later into the season. Maybe you live in the city and you're just doing it in a windowsill or some herbs. Share with us how you are cheating the seasons a little bit for growing your favorite yumminess, and what are you growing? You see today's harvest?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Yeah, there's all sorts of good stuff in there. There's spinach, kale, chickweed.
Yummy!